Terry, you've got the second meanest defence in League Two, something you must be very proud of indeed with the work that you do and wanting to maintain those standards now.
Yeah, it's been really pleasing, but for us, it's the way that we do look at it. It's a team effort, and it's not just the back four and the goalkeeper. The work that we do is we start from the front and we work our way back, and we've been really good at pressing high and locking teams into a half and staying away from our goal. But it's been really important within the sort of key elements and the key actions of the game that we've stood up to the test. And when we've been beaten, we've been helping our mate out, and then when they get beat, the goalkeeper comes in. So for us, it's been really good. And then when our subs have been coming on as well, especially late on in the game, I thought we saw the game out really well against Barrow, and we had to deal with a couple of corners and wide free kicks, which they're very good at, and we handled that and arguably created our best chance where from a corner we went and pressed it up high. We had our forward runners and we ended up putting Jake Reeves in a 1v1 with the goalkeeper, which was I think because of the pitch and the surface, I think on a better surface we would have probably gone on and scored that goal. So for us it's pleasing, but we want to keep it going and we want to keep and maintain them high standards, and we want to make sure that we're scoring goals and keeping clean sheets, because that's the two most important parts of the pitch.
I made the point to Harry Pell afterwards that it is a tough place to go there. They've had draws against Wrexham, against Notts County. They're unbeaten at home, and so it proved to be. Yes,
and two very well organised teams. The conditions, I think, because of the amount of rain, the downpours and the rain that they had, it was the surface wasn't conducive to trying to play football, and you had to watch the ball onto your foot, and the amount of mistakes, times the ball went out, and it wasn't down to the players, it was down to the surface. So that was a disappointing aspect for us, because I feel that with a better surface we would have been able to have counter-attacked a lot better and created more chances. But no, it was a very good point for us on the road, and there's not many teams that will go there and score 2 and 3 goals against Barrow, because they are a very good, well-organised team.
Tuesday's visitors, Accrington Stanley. Of course, we've had some great battles with them over the years as AFC Wimbledon, 8th at home to 7th. What do you envisage this time around?
Yeah, it's important because of how close we are in the league. John and Jimmy have done a fantastic job over the years there, and they've always got a good fighting spirit. They play good football and they're well organised, and you can see by the amount of promotions that they have had. So for us, it's an important game. It's a tough game, but we're on a good trajectory, and we're playing well, and the performances are well, and so the performances are good, and we're just focusing on making sure that we maintain them standards. And we're at home. We want to keep a clean sheet at home, and we want to go and score goals and give our home supporters something to get behind. So for us, it's important to put a good performance on and try everything to get the 3 points.
The gaffer made clear on Saturday that Josh Davison had to miss the game through personal reasons. Great to see him back out there today, though, in training, though. Is there an update?
Yes, he was there. It's just one of those things. Had to go and just shoot home and be at home, and for us it was good to have him back in today, and he's going to be fit and available for the game on Tuesday.
What's the situation with Lee Brown? Any progress with that?
Brownie's not close to coming back at the moment, so we're just monitoring him, and hopefully we should be back ready to be on the grass with us maybe in a week or two's time.
Everyone else okay since Saturday?
Yeah, everybody's okay. Connor's training today again, so for us he's getting closer, and we didn't really pick anything up from the game on Saturday, so we're looking to go, apart from Brownie, with a fully fit squad.
And you've been working out there today on the match sharpness of the likes of Paul Callenby, and particularly yourself with Hussein Beeler as well. They're edging closer to contention.
Yes, they are, and I thought they was excellent in the game against Brentford B the week before. PK showed how strong and fit he is, and he's been really looking after himself, and you can see that. Huss is chomping at the bit, and he's ready, and even though on Saturday we could have brought him on at either right back or left back. So for us, we've got really good options within the squad at the moment. The lads are pushing, standard in training is very high, and it's helping us drive forward to create really good performances on a match day, and we do feel that we are churning them out at the moment.
I heard from Morgan Williams over the weekend, and he was pleased to see yourself, the gaffer, and Rob there the other night for their FA Cup replay at Woking. How important is it for you to get out there and see those players that are out on loan as well?
Yeah, I think locally it is. I'm going to go and watch Paris, funny enough, tonight. So I think Dover's got Chelmsford, so I'll be over to watch that game later on tonight. So it's really important that we get our eyes on them as well. Obviously, it's a little bit different north of the border, to get up to Scotland and watch games. But we're watching clips and highlights of what everybody's doing out on loan, and we like to try and get down and get our own eyes on them. Although I'd like to come and watch a game in Scotland.
It'd be nice.
I've got family up there, but we will try and get out and about and get to see everybody. And we've got the FA Youth Cup coming up soon as well, so we'll cast our eye on our own young talent. So it's not just do training and go home. There's a lot to it that people may not realise, but we're not spreading ourselves too thinly. But we are out there, we are out and about, and we're watching what our young talent's doing, but also keeping an eye on what we're doing in the first team as well.
Good to hear. One last thing I just wanted to get your view on, Terry, and that is during the game on Saturday was the very sad news of the passing of the great Sir Bobby Charlton. And when you talk about greats and legends in this game, the man epitomised it.
Yeah, and I think he transcended the world of football. I think the legacy that he leaves behind. I think I was very fortunate enough to meet him when I was at Yeovil. Man United came down to play us in the FA Cup. And people don't realise the standards that he sort of held, and sort of what he brought to Manchester United. I didn't realise that he used to travel to all the away games, and when the players would turn up, they'd all be in their Man United suits. And when they went into the changing room, everyone shook Sir Bobby's hand. So for us, it was like wow to see something like that, and to have them maintain them standards, and to be part of a football club for so many years, and hold such a stature for the history of the football club. It doesn't matter who you are and what you've done in the game. All of them players showed him the respect, and Sir Alex Ferguson, used him at really important times early on in his career, and he was almost like a mentor to him and helped him stay in the job at Man United. But with these soccer schools that even went as far-reaching as East London, the Bobby Charlton soccer schools where David Beckham was found, they used to be in and around our way and scout for talent for Manchester United. So magnificent man, leaves behind a great legacy for football, the stuff that he used to do outside of football as well, that will be documented in the coming weeks. I think he did something with landmines and stuff like that to raise awareness. So for me, it's very important that we remember, and it was really good to hold a minute's silence, and for everything about what he brought to the game and to England as well.
Well, especially as you say there, for England too. I mean, that 1966 squad, perhaps a little bit before our time, but we just remember it through the years, those great players now.
Yeah, and they were the sort of standard bearers for all of us that have got into football, and everybody goes back with the most immortal line. They think it's all over, and I think it's just Geoff Hurst that's left now, which is so sad. But to look back on and to see what career he had, and for what he gave to Manchester United Football Club, me personally being at Yeovil for quite a number of years, I can really appreciate what an achievement that is, and how hard that would be, because he's been there through all of the bad times, all the good times, and all the sort of, which has always been intermingled with winning, losing, drawing, and he's always been a figurehead that's always showed courage, commitment, humble, a humble person that's just got on with representing the club in the most wonderful way.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time, Terry.
No problem.